for Jerry Lee and Mei Wong. Alrighty, coming in first, they come from the West Coast and the Northeast. They're strong, they're the #2 team in the region. Put your hands together for the Seattle Spinners! And now their opponents, the third place team. They're strong, they're fast, and you've seen them before. Make some noise for Texas Smash! And now that all of the Warriors have entered the arena, let's shake some hands, let's slap some skins, and let the games begin.
The Pacific Northwest is the home of natural beauty and great table tennis. As we saw on Saturday night, the enthusiasm for Major League Table Tennis reached a new high with the Multnomah Falls as the backdrop. MLTT Sunday features the Texas Smash and the Seattle Spinners to get this doubleheader rolling. We are inside the Portland Expo Center, wishing we were at Multnomah Falls. Here's a look at the West Division standings. You see it's very tight at the top. The Bay Area Blasters are 0-2 this weekend, and they have just a 2-point lead over the Spinners, but it's possible for the Texas Smash to potentially rise all the way to the top of the leaderboard before the end of the day. It's the Spinners and the Smash, and we say a very pleasant good morning to you. Evan Lepler with a Hall of Famer, Sean O'Neill. Last night was exhilarating in so many ways. We'll see the Portland Paddlers later today. But the Texas Smash are the team that has played the best table tennis here in Portland this weekend. They're 2-0, trying to get to 3-0 against the Seattle team that has first place in its sights as well.
Yeah, and Seattle's got to come off of last night's tough loss, but the Texas Smash, the young guns are playing so well right now.
Let's take a look at the schedule for this morning's competition into the afternoon here on the West Coast. First singles, Nikhil Kumar and Hiramitsu Kasahara. How good was Kasahara yesterday in his first appearance of the weekend?
Oh, flying back from Japan, the national championships, with only a 2-hour delay from a match to getting on the airplane, so he is completely committed, ready for action.
Also, Reveteo Matayo are two guys in the third singles spot that have both played exceptionally well this weekend for their teams.
Really high level from both players, great technique, should be an exciting match.
And Macbeth, Adi Serene, a very intriguing matchup as well, with Great Britain standout going against Adi, the youngster from Australia. It's another dreary day here in Portland, but inside the Expo Center, the table tennis has never been hotter. It's the Smash and the Spinners to start our Sunday of Major League Table Tennis action right after this. We are set for Major League Table Tennis here in Portland, Oregon. The first singles match of the day features Hiromitsu Kasahara representing the Texas Smash and Nikhil Kumar for the Seattle Spinners. These two players have both had their really strong moments this weekend. Nikhil is currently 4-2 in singles on the weekend. He's got a winning record for the season as well. Sean, the 21-year-old from the Bay Area of California, 2 times a USA national champ. And Kasahara making a name for himself as well, more of a veteran player. Hiromitsu is 34 years old, will be 35 this summer, but still feels like he's in his prime, playing some of the best table tennis of his life.
He really is, and just coming back from the National Championships of Japan on Friday. Ready for action.
1-0.
Big swing from Kumar to take a 2-0 lead.
And Kumar has really stepped up his game this week and adding a lot more power. Generally, Nikhil Kumar likes to mix it up. A lot of drop shots, side spins. His backhand has been really working well.
0-3.
But more importantly, he's got his forehand into play early in the rallies.
Sean, we're at the point of the season where obviously these teams are familiar with each other. Overall, Seattle and Texas have each played 15 team matches. And this is the 4th time that Seattle has faced Texas. Seattle has won 2 of the 3 previous matches against Texas. However, and it's a big however, most of the individual matchups we're going to see in singles and doubles today are matchups that we have not seen before. The only matchup we've seen before was David Macbeth taking 3 games from Adi Serene back in October. But this is the first meeting in Major League Table Tennis in a singles match for Nikhil Kumar and Hiromitsu Kasahara.
The pressure is really on both teams as we are fighting for a chance to get to the playoffs.
Top 2 in each division will advance to the championship weekend. East Division, there's a clear number 1. The Carolina Gold Rush have lapped the field at this point. There's some suspense over who will be number 2, with Princeton challenging Florida. East Division teams will reunite in a couple weeks down in Florida. But in the West Division, it feels wide open right now.
5-3.
Just a small number of points separating 1st through 4th. The Blasters currently 2 points clear the Spinners, as we showed you in the Open, but it could be very jumbled up by the end of today.
5-3.
After today, there are 2 more West Coast weekends remaining before the postseason. Four singles matches and the 1 doubles match. All will be 3 games to 11. Each game is worth 1 point, so it'll be 15 points up for grabs before we get to the Golden Game, where there are 6 points on the line. Kumar with a 6-4 lead here in game 1 against Kasahara.
And Kumar has done a great job of coming out of the blocks very fast in all of his matches this weekend. There's that side spin off the table. That's going to be tough for Kumar. His backhand is so much better when he's up at the table driving it versus 10 to 15 feet back trying to keep it in play.
It's interesting, Sean. You and I were going through all the different matchups before we went on the air and projecting what we think the results could be. And we agreed on most of the results. This is one that we did not agree on, though. We both think it's going to be close. So we both think it's kind of a toss-up. You had Kasahara winning 2 games. I thought Kumar would win 2 games. We'll see who's right. And certainly it feels like a 51-49, 52-48 kind of match. Kasahara taking advantage of the net ball, and he's back within 1.
It really is a different Kumar than we saw in the first match. Look at that spin around. I think that's going to help Kasahara if Nikhil keeps playing with these off-pace side spin chop blocks. Keep Kasahara up to the table.
6, 8.
A little bit of a misread there. Topspin serve that Nikhil Kumar got underneath a little bit. Sent it high and long.
It's an excellent short return from Kumar, but he couldn't do much with the backhand attack.
When you can do that against the server, it really nullifies their ability to make the first attack. Almost takes the serve away, gives you a chance to open up. Nikhil's got very strong serves, mixes them up well.
Best rally of the match so far. Kumar outlasts Kasahara.
Really held the table exceptionally well. Forced Kasahara to go for too much. But moved the ball around. Excellent play.
Kasahara was able to go on the attack, though. Pretty good defense from Kumar. 9-8. 10-8 now for Nikhil.
10.
Nikhil mixing it up a lot more this morning. You see a slow backhand spin there. Kind of a timing shot that Kasahara was unable to gauge. Looked at his racket afterwards like, what's going on here? And a missed
8-11. Game 2, spinners.
Not the way you want to start a match.
Don't see that very often. Nikhil Kumar for the Seattle Spinners closes strong. 2 points on his serve and then takes the charity from Kasahara. The service error to finish that one. Seattle strikes first here on Sunday in Portland.
And why the table, not their clothes? Well, their clothes get wet and sweaty pretty quickly. And two, if the table stays dry, they'll try to wipe their hand near the net or on the side of the table, somewhere where the ball is unlikely to bounce. Because the ball doesn't get wet, because traction is one of the most important things for the control they need to sustain every ball. Fun fact, I mentioned Nikhil Kumar 2 times defending back-to-back U.S. national champions. U.S. Nationals is only for the U.S. players. The U.S. Open champions all around the world playing for the U.S. was defeated by Nikhil Kumar here in Portland. So he's having a strong weekend. And right now, Seattle Spinners are leading 1-0. Texas match will play. Think of those questions, enjoy the highlights, and this is game number 2.
Hiromitsu Kasahara with an error to close out that first game. See what he can do in game 2 against Nikhil
Game
Kumar.
2, smash serves 0-0.
My goodness.
0-1.
Sean O'Neill, what's going on?
Wheels are beginning to fall off of. Oh, what a great step in by Nikhil Kumar off that net ball. He just jumped up to the table, just powered it through.
No doubt, wins both points on Kasahara's serve.
See Kasahara
2-1.
wanting to go out wide to the forehand of lefty Nikhil Kumar. Could hear Nikhil saying, no, 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 don't give him that angle. And Nikhil does the same thing, although it catches the net out to the wide forehand. Works in both directions when you have a righty-lefty combo.
One, 4.
I don't hear that sound every day. Kasahara has missed 3 of his last 4 serves.
And there's a nice fade out to the forehand. But wow, 3 out of 5 missed serves. One of them coming on game point.
And then the first point of the next game. We have not seen this
If I
all
was
season long.
Nikhil, I'd give up the serve. Just let him do the whole game himself. And there's Nikhil's very
5-2.
authoritative backhand.
Let's go. Hey.
Very well placed, a lot of pace on the ball. And Nikhil,
And now Kumar with the service
3,
error. What is
5.
going on here? To quote Richard Belden.
I don't see any AC with the flags moving, so
4-5.
That was a fantastic unintentional or intentional Slater reference. Intentional? He's nodding his head, folks.
5-5.
It was warm in this hall when we arrived this morning. It was warmer than it felt previous couple days in the arena. Kasahara's clawed his way back to 5-all. And now he's got a 6-5 lead despite all the mistakes.
spotting your opponent 3 points directly off your serve and then going up 6-5.
Momentum has swung.
6-6.
Reminder of the competition format: 4 singles matches, all 3 games to 11. The 1 doubles match played in the middle of the 4 singles matches. And it all culminates in the golden game, which, if you have not seen it before, is a sight to behold. It's a different level of intensity and pressure than the world of table tennis has ever experienced. The big point right there, Kumar winning that rally to retake the lead. 7-6.
Both players using a lot of offense. Nikhil able to get the ball wide out to the forehand.
7-7.
Let's assume that both players are solid on the serve the rest of the way. What's going to decide this game?
Really whether Kumar gets an offensive shot or if he has to play those one right there.
8-7.
When Kumar ramps up the top spins when he's close to the table, great hands, very strong placement. Kasahara is going to play with a lot of power on both sides, so it's really up to Kumar whether he can take the offense away.
Excellent offense from Kumar.
7-9.
And Kumar has just played so spirited this entire weekend. He's really raising his game to another level with the offensive power. And look at that backhand off the bounce.
7-10.
You can hear him.
Game point.
10-8.
Nikhil goes to the towel with 2 chances on his serve here to take another point for the spinners.
Oh, a little bit of a break there for
10-9.
Kasahara. Seen so many of these shots just clip the top of the net, stay in play, and it really changes the timing for the player about to hit the ball. Oh, Kasahara with an extreme banana
10.
on that short ball.
How about this? Kasahara wins both game points on Kumar's serve, which gives us our first golden point of the day. Pressure on Kasahara's
Gotta make the
serve here.
serve.
It's been shaky, to say the least. And Kumar prevails by 1.
Spinners.
Nikhil coming out aggressive on the return, taking control of the point. And And that's 2 close wins for Nikhil Kumar and the Seattle Spinners.
That said, last night was wild, and it was so exciting. People were cheering for everything, and I won't stop anyone. Good say, VIP seats are incredible. You get your shirts that come with them, but if you're sitting in the bleachers, you got one advantage. Your feet have microphones attached to them. In these bleachers, every time you stomp your foot, everyone can hear it, and you can create thunder to really
Time.
The margins have been small, but Hiromitsu Kasahara finds himself on the wrong side of the first couple games.
Spinners serve 0-0.
Still play game 3. Kumar has won this singles match, but it's a big difference between winning it 3-0 or 2-1.
Kumar exactly where he wants to be. Nice opening with the backhand. Just gets the ball going. Kasahara having some timing issues, not only with the serve, but some of Nikhil's opening shots. Nikhil has to do what he did on Golden Point, which is play offensive on that serve. Just pushing it back is going to give Kasahara an easy opportunity to bring the heat. And that's a nice counterattack there.
2-2.
Kasahara with the slower opening. Nikhil no problem to drive it for the winner.
Let 2-2.
What are the biggest things Nikhil Kumar can continue to work on? He's already a 2-time national champion, but he just turned 21. He's got big ambitions and really a lot of potential to be one of the top American players of this era. What does he still need to improve?
It's really just playing more matches like this, playing the best players in the world, so he can see what they're doing. He's shown that he's the top American for the last 2 national championships. He just won the U.S. team trials in the last few weeks. So he's doing everything he can stateside, and of course with Major League Table Tennis in its inaugural season, the more match play, the more international stars, he'll continue to improve. And there's another one.
3-4.
It's really stunning to see a player who looked so strong yesterday. And we have not seen these service yips, if you can call them that, from Kasahara all season.
If I were to guess, the main reason, probably flying from Japan. I mean, it just does take a lot out of you timing-wise, and the precision that these players go through on their serve. Trying to keep the ball as absolutely as low as possible, making it double bounce often on the opponent's side in order to stop them from making the first attack. Just the slight overplay or hesitation.
I hear that, Sean, but he went 2-1 in doubles yesterday and 3-0 in singles yesterday.
He wasn't playing Nikhil Kumar, so.
That's true.
Nikhil has just raised his game. So smart, mixing it up, not overplaying, but going for position. There's a little bit of a side spin chop block.
6-5.
Nikhil has done that, shot himself thousands of times in competition.
Five, 7.
Kasahara trying to salvage a point here for his team. And a little bit of a run to go up 7-5.
Hey, come on. Right, let's go.
So difficult to beat a player of equal caliber when you're missing your own serve. It's like just spotting him points.
5,
Nikhil's shaking his head. Understandable after that miss.
Oh, look at the backhand.
8,
No hesitation. Nailed the wide forehand, took it off the bounce. Kazahara did not even get a chance to do a backswing.
Didn't even see it coming.
The ball was past him. Could hear it.
9, 6.
Hey, go.
I thought we'd see a lot more of this,
10.
Evan, just the kind of moving the ball around, taking pace off, and then having Kazahara come in with a big shot. Nikhil has really played well this weekend.
Still alive. But it's over now. Kazahara takes game 3, 11-6. That would have been the all-time Houdini act if Nikhil had somehow wiggled out of that situation. But still a strong performance for Seattle in the opening singles match. Kumar earns 2 points for the Spinners. We are just getting started. Major League Table Tennis here from Portland.
If you forgot, I can remind you. It's about the height of the dogs. That's a wonderful question. Why do they always throw it so high is the question. Now, not all players will, especially when you have bright lights overhead, players will even check. But the reason is a few reasons. One, the higher you toss the ball, the more speed it has coming down into your racket, which means you can generate more spin, and you can also cause a bit more surprise. The opponent should always be able to see the contact with the serve. But if they follow the ball, it can be a little bit disorienting or a little tougher to read the contact. So it's all the element of deception and trying to keep the receiver in a tough position. Does that satisfy you? Yeah? Awesome, good question. If you guys have questions, don't be shy.
We are back here at the Expo Center in Portland. Nikhil Kumar joins us. Nikhil, congrats on earning 2 more points for your team. That's a 6-3 record for the weekend in singles. How do you feel about your performance today?
I think I started off quite well. I did get fortunate with him missing quite a few serves, to be honest, in this match. I did wish I kind of continued the momentum into the 3rd set, but it's okay. I'm still happy to give us a lead and also 2 points for the team.
It looks like you've been through a war, man. Just sweating bullets out there.
Yeah.
Is it just that much warmer in this building today? Do you have to work that much harder in that match?
I mean, I think I'm fighting every match no matter who I'm playing, and it's quite difficult. All the players I play against are quite good. But yeah, it is pretty hot in there too as well.
Now, Nikhil, especially on Friday, it seemed like you just upped your game, especially with your backhand, the amount of power you're bringing. Is that going to be something that stays with you, or are you going to keep mixing it in and out depending upon your opponent?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to use my backhand a little bit more aggressively in the future as well. It's something I've kind of been working on with my coaches at 888 as well for some time. But yeah, I want to be able to use it, but I still want to keep my other side of my game as well.
Nikhil, are you someone that looks at the big picture standings for the season and knows where the Spinners are right now?
Yeah, I would wish I could say no and just focus on the match, but yeah, I kind of already know the points and everything exactly where we are.
Well, at this exact moment, you are tied for 1st place after the 2 points you just earned. So congrats, well
Thanks.
done.
There's
Get
still a
some
long way
rest.
to go today.
Yes,
but yeah.
indeed. We'll see you in the Golden Game, Nikhil. Thank you.
Bye.
Second singles features Nandan Naresh and Andre Lapchik. Nandan has kind of been bouncing back and forth between that A-B spot and that C-D spot. The A-B spot for the top 2 players on the team from a ranking standpoint. And Nandan's been kind of that tweener player. He was in the A-B spot on Friday went against Cole. Yesterday, Nandan played Sonora Silva. It was tied 1-1, 10-10 in game 3. Silva won that golden point.
0-0.
Nandan took a game off Cole on Friday, so he's 2-4 for the weekend. Andre Lapchik looking for his first win of the weekend after getting swept, including 2 golden point losses last night to Tyrese Knight, and that's not the start that Andre was looking for.
I think that with the smash, they've been using Nandan somewhat as a surprise player, a little bit of a wild card, sending him up top, allowing them to play a slightly stronger player into 3-4. Daryl Sow played great earlier in the weekend, getting his first victory.
In this match, you would consider Nandan a pretty clear favorite, or no?
Slight favorite. It's really going to, he's so young that you never know. Playing a different player, a different style.
Oh, it catches the edge,
You could
and
hear that
Lapchik
one.
will take that break. It's 3-2. Can't even tell from that angle, but it did hit.
Oh, that's a great forehand. Side spin move by Nandan. Just really came around the ball, using the entire table. Nandan really looking for an opportunity to play his backhand off the serve. Andre Lapchik, very strong serves.
Good stuff from Naresh.
Kept his cool when he had his opponent back, not going for too much.
Too good.
6-3.
Time Lapchik went for a little bit of a side spinny serve return. Didn't fare well against the top spin serve.
7-3 lead now for Naresh. He's currently a junior in high school, but taking online classes to account for all of his table tennis travels and training. Wow, that's a nice break for Lapchik.
That was a great short drop shot by Nandan, but Lapchik able to take it off the bounce. He was rewarded by it catching the net and staying on the right side.
Sean, what's the biggest difference now for a 17-year-old rising table tennis talent compared to when you were coming up in the 80s?
It's 4 letters, MLTT. We never had anything like this. You'd have to go and travel to Europe or to Asia, and then you'd probably be playing in the 3rd or 4th division. You wouldn't even get to be playing against the top dogs. So for Nandan, for Daryl Sow, so many of our players to get competition stateside makes it that much better when you go, whether it's to Paris, to the Olympics, or World Championships coming up in Busan, South Korea. You just feel like you've been tournament tough instead of just playing among American players. And there's never an easy point here in MLTT. Often Nandan, no matter who he plays stateside, if it's an American teammate, points a lot shorter, not as difficult. Not as many full-time players in the U.S. as there are, obviously, internationally.
Andre Lapchik was a junior national champion in the Czech Republic, now a member of the Czech national team. Currently a law school student.
The net's getting a workout here.
Sure is. Game point for Naresh. Tie up this team match at 2 points apiece.
10-6.
And it's over.
11-6.
Nandan Naresh with a solid performance in game 1. We are tied 2-2 overall. Texas and Seattle both looking to rise and challenge the Bay Area Blasters, who began the day in first place in this highly competitive West Division. Five-point win for Nandan Naresh, and the Texas Smash, after falling behind 2-0, have evened up this match at 2 points
Game
apiece.
2. Spinners serves.
What advice would you give Andre
0-0.
Lapchik here, Sean, to change the flavor of the second game?
He's really had a lot of mishits. The ball's hit the edge of his racket, so timing issues. So maybe take a little bit of the side spin off the ball, especially on his serve, to get a cleaner return. So he's not reaching for the ball so much, but he's got to play offense. He's not going to win if Nandan can play. Okay, this is good for Andre.
1-0.
Again, Nandan or any player, if you're going to just push that serve back, expect that opening to penetrate, then you're going to probably be in the backcourt. That's a better return there. Whoa.
Lapchik handled that excellent return, though, and changed the tie to the point.
And we saw that when Lapchik played Tyrese Knight. A lot of times when Knight would make that first strong one, Lapchik would run it down, put some spin on the ball. And that's a good fight by Lapchik, able to deal with the net ball, just hang with the point. And that's smart.
How about this?
0.
Gets the first loop in. Such a difference between playing off the opponent's topspin or choosing your shot at will.
Four, 1.
Lapchik getting his forehand in.
5.
Nandan just keeping it in play. He knows he needs to do something with that serve. Love that service motion. Nandan hit it on the opposite side of the racket, the backhand stance, followed up with a beautiful backhand loop.
I think I've asked you this before, Sean, but ideally, how many different serves should a good player have in their tool bag?
It's an interesting question, because basically on this service style and the type of player, some like to keep it simple and move the ball around. Others like to change the amount of spin and mix up the motions. Both work. Most importantly, you got to practice your serve. Players will play for at least, I would say, half hour a day, get that service down.
Timeout on the table here. Let's listen in.
Look, so what he's trying, he serves and then steps around and looks deep to your backhand. Carry the ball in. You don't need to kill this one. I know it's an ugly placement because it's deep.
It's kind of short, you know?
Yeah, but it's not easy to kill.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I hit.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm talking about receiving right now. So then you carry the ball in and play a rally instead of killing on the first one. So, and then on your serve, it's exactly what he said. You need to start. You cannot just serve long and then he starts, you know, and hoping for him to miss. No, why not? He has so much problems. If short game, you can start the first one with rotation, make him move around. Minimum on your own serve, you should get the opportunity to be the first one looping. On his serve, he doesn't want to have the short game. Does it make sense? But on your, you see he's struggling.
Well, it's interesting listening in to Jörg Bitzigayo advising Nandan Duresh. On the other side of the table, Andre Lapchik was doing footwork drills in front of his bench. He looked like Rafael Nadal, you know, taking the court before a Grand Slam final, just bouncing around during the coin toss. My goodness. Turnabout's fair play, huh? 5-all. Net edge somehow. Naresh keeps it alive, wins the point.
And that's exactly what Texas said during the timeout. Off of your serve, get the first spin in. And you don't have to finish it, but make sure you're attacking. That spin needs a little bit more depth from Nandan. Otherwise, Lapchik will counterattack.
Score did not update on our graphic before that point. It was 6-all, now it's 7-6 in Naresh's favor.
Seeing Lapchik have a lot of issues on the timing on the backhand. Forehand is doing a great job regardless of the height, but once they get into the rallies, the backhand just hasn't been there.
Seven.
And this is where the youth of Nandan Naresh has got to make smart decisions. It can't just be hit the ball as hard as you can, giving up the table off of his serve. He thought that ball was going to go off the end. Somehow it landed. We've seen umpires give that point away due to being distracting.
Should they have made that call there?
It's a choice. Whether they felt it distracted the players unduly. And Lapchik gets the forehand in after the sporadic backhand. Nandan always going for the big attack. That's a lot of noise coming out of Lapchik on every single shot.
Nine all. Naresh has the next two serves. Oh, the defense from deep in the backcourt. Nandan Duresh creates game point.
Huge backhand loop from the backcourt by Nandan. Just stays with it. Normally just put on the table, but instead Comes up big with the backhand.
For the second time in 5 games here today, we have reached golden point. Lapchick has the serve. It's a huge point right here.
Moving over to the forehand side to serve.
A great rally, but ultimately Naresh creates the error from Lapchick, and Nandan has taken the opening 2 games to the second singles match. What a performance for the 17-year-old from the Midwest. Texas in front for the first time today, 3-2.
Time.
Nandan Naresh has really played well all weekend. Sometimes the results have not been a great indicator of how solid he has been. But coming from behind, he was down 5-1 that second game.
0-0.
Prevailing 11-10, and now Nandan's looking for the 3-0 sweep in the first ever meeting in MLTT against Andre Lapchick.
You know, Evan, the one thing I really love about Nandan's game is he never gets down on himself. Self-talk, always positive. If he makes a mistake, he looks forward to the next point. You don't see him outside or during the rallies moping or complaining about whether it be a net ball.
1-1.
Refocuses rather quickly.
And that's a skill.
It is, it's learned, and you have to be aware that the opponent is watching you and they can get energy. That was a rocket ship from Nandan on the backhand. Much better than pushing it back.
Speaking of refocusing quickly. 2-1 Naresh. 3-1 Naresh.
3-1.
Off of that serve, Nandan needs to step around and use his forehand. He's got the time, he's got the angle. That backhand down the line, that's a good serve there. Mixing it up. That was down.
2-5.
We switch sides with Naresh leading 5-2. You know, it's real interesting, that moment that we get twice a day during an MLTT competition where we see the lineups come out for each of the matches. It happens an hour before the match is scheduled to start. And it's just always interesting because you never know, are we going to get the matchups we expect? Are we going to get curveballs? The coaches are trying to catch the other team off guard from time to time. Sometimes they play it safe. Sometimes coaches will be more aggressive. There's
6-2.
And then you see the matchups and you think, well, how is this going to play
Line,
out? What could the score be heading into the Golden game?
And do they make any changes based on how well the player played in the last match?
7-2.
We've had a number of upsets early on in the season, and do you go to the well twice thinking that you could pull that upset the second time?
2-8.
Frustration building here for Lapchuk. Just a tiny little bit off. And that's enough when the margins are so small and you need to be that precise.
Right, when the precision is high, that ball missed by less than 2 inches.
9.
But Lapchuk's just really feeling the pressure of this third game.
Nine, 3.
Naresh has the serve and the game on his paddle, up 9-3.
Nine, 4.
Smart first loop by Lapchuk, rewarded with a weak return. Did a great job finishing the point.
Pretty good defense
5,
there from Lapchuk. He's
9.
making a late push here.
No reason to mail it in. Every point, every game counts. So if you can get a string of 3 or 4 points, you can get back into a game.
Game points for Texas.
Lapchuk has a nice chop, not quite Tyrese Knight's level. Oh,
how about that?
Somebody was moving early.
6.
Lapchuk presence of mind to keep an eye on the opponent. Saw the step around.
But Nandan Naresh ultimately completes the sweep.
Smash.
The 17-year-old string bean of a table tennis player shows off his talent, his mentality. It's a lethal combination, and it was today against the Spinners. Texas now leads 4-2. Doubles coming up next.
In every other moment in table tennis, you can serve anywhere you want off the side of the table or coming back. So momentarily, we'll introduce you to the 2 players for each side and make drink a quick sip of water. So at the table now for Seattle Spinners, we've got 2 players who haven't yet seen today. One of them is from Puerto Rico, the most famous athletic family in all of
We are back at the Expo Center. Texas leading 4-2 on the team tally, and we're joined by Nandan Naresh, who just completed the 3-0 sweep. Nandan, certainly some very competitive points, back and forth rallies, a golden point in the second game, but you do get 3 points for your team. What were you most proud of with your performance today?
I think I brought the level that I've been playing for a while now. Yesterday, it was a little tough for me, so I was happy to bring my full energy and be able to keep Pete at my highest level.
Going into the golden game, what is your mindset? Are you thinking play safe? Are you thinking go for big shots? How are you approaching this different part of the game?
I really just take it point by point. Like, I try to analyze who I'm playing, like their serves, and try to get a good receive in. And I try to take my 2 points on serve.
Nandan, one of the things that Sean and I were talking about was your mentality, your ability to shake off the frustration from 1 point and then hit a winner on the next shot. How have you developed that mentality over the course of your youth?
Well, I guess playing a lot of like international tournaments and stuff, you see a lot of the professionals, they never really get angry. They always reset, they come back to the table, always calm. So I guess I just took that mentality into this match.
All right. Congratulations on 3-0 sweep. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you.
Time for doubles, Sean. Kasahara and Wong for Texas. Omatayo and Diaz for Seattle. Both these teams have played well in doubles this weekend. Feels like another toss-up tussle to me. What do you think?
It's going to be interesting just because what we saw Kasahara go through in that match with Kumar dealing with his own serve. We know that the spinners work really well as a team. Both unique styles. Diaz with a very strong backhand and Omatayo with an amazing forehand. Oh, and Omatayo with a well-placed backhand from off the table, jamming Amy Wong.
Of these four players on the table, who has the most dangerous forehand? Who has the most dangerous backhand?
The men are very close on the forehand. The backhand I'm going to have to give to Diaz just because of her pips out surface. Amy Wong plays beautifully. Backhand loops, forehand loops, so smooth. But sometimes having that little bit of a monkey wrench, that's just the backhand right there. Doesn't have a lot of spin on it. She really punches it well. That's what makes the spinner so strong, is the change of pace, change of spin. Also the communication is very, oh, Omatayo goes for a counterattack from the very, very backcourt. You can tell with the smash, they're just going to stay up to the table and put a lot of spin on the ball, taking it early. And Amy Wong, 2 deep serves.
3-5.
Giving Fabi Diaz a little bit taste of her own medicine. She likes to serve it deep as well. And that's Amy Wong over the table.
3-6.
Nice forehand. And that's the second knockdown for Omatayo. We saw him last night.
3.
That second game against Jiwei Shah, fully laying out golden point. Ball caught the edge of Omatayo's racket.
8-3.
Yep. All players agreeing that that was a missed serve return, not a net serve.
4-8.
These umpires, more than really any other this season, have kind of let the players call their own game.
Well, the players are showing such great sportsmanship. We've seen players call their own serves when no one else saw it, but when it hits the net, the players are the closest, and they will respond quickly with an acknowledgement of...
Wasn't there a serve yesterday that hit the lip of the server?
Yeah, Johan Hagberg.
Yeah, he called it on himself when he could have gotten away with a point.
But Swedes playing Swedes, I would say Swedes playing anyone, they are known for their great sportsmanship and class. While Hagberg lost that tough match, definitely gained a lot of respect by all the fans here.
Have you ever met an unfriendly Swede?
No, they're all great.
7-9.
Hagberg challenged me to a table tennis match, by the way.
Not surprising.
I hesitated, and I guess I accepted. Could be ugly.
Omatayo kind of was the roving partner. Diaz stays close. Omatayo running all over the court. That time played kind of a counter dink just to move the ball around.
Timeout, Texas.
It's okay. Okay, look.
You might notice the players doing hand signals under the table. They're communicating with each other. They're
you
saying,
decide.
"How do you
But
feel
if
if
you
I
want to
just
do
try
this,
serve
you
and
must
pass
wait.
on
You
top?"
must wait because
Sometimes
he
the player
like to
waits
punch.
until the third ball is
If you
half,
decide to play short,
head serve, fast
wait
as
for
that.
short.
So
He
that's
will
what
not
they're
give
doing.
long
You can
because
see
he
the thing
knows
from the
you play
receiver's
this and then
side.
if he plays short, he tries to stay short because he's afraid you know too well how to play on
Getting
Diaz.
the point. It's really
Yeah.
interesting. And you'll notice from the players, sometimes the server will call it,
Yeah.
and sometimes the server will wait. And the person waiting for the third ball will say, "Here's
Okay, you
what I
make
want."
decision. I'm okay. But just talk what you want to do because you play short, he plays short. You flick, he will wait for punch.
Tactic in doubles that we've seen played really well out here from Fabio Diaz.
You want him to play banana down the line or you want him to keep it short?
Because then they're an obstacle for their
Just
team.
make sure you know what you do, okay? Let's go. Come on, take the game, take the game.
Really, the primary message is just to communicate with your partner.
It really is, and that's the key to doubles. You have to let them know when you're going to be setting them up and when you're going to be going for the winner.
It is like a chess match. You're playing 3-4 shots down the line, setting it up.
On doubles, even more so. You don't play that second ball with alternating shots.
10-8 lead now for Texas. Nikhil Kumar won the first 2 points of this match for Seattle, but Texas 1 point away from making it 5 straight games won. And that'll do it.
11-8.
Matayo with a few errors off his paddle that game. And it's Kasahara and Wong taking this opening match, or opening game of the doubles, I should say. Smash with all the momentum right now. They have been a strong finishing team this weekend, looking to complete a 3-win weekend here in Oregon.
Time.
So can Seattle stymie Texas's momentum right now, or will the Smash keep on rolling?
Smash. Serve.
Wong and
0-0.
Kasahara looking to follow their 11-8 win in game 1. They'll serve to start game 2. Turned out to be a good timeout for the Smash.
It was an excellent, well-placed
1-0.
timeout, good instructions. Smash delivered. And this game should, on paper, favor the Smash. With Kasahara playing into
0-2.
Diaz.
One, two.
So Kasahara really mixing
3-1.
up the shots into Diaz's backhand, changing the spin. Not giving her much to work with.
Three, two.
Matayo was off balance that whole point.
2-4.
Amy got a really nice read on that forehand opening loop. Look at the power of Kasahara.
2-5.
With such a smooth stroke.
They're just comfortable right now. They're connected together. Amy Wong. Hello.
6,
Again, you can just hear the crack of the ball. Serve went up a little bit, no hesitation.
Surprised she didn't crack the ball with that swing. And Matayo taking out a little frustration with that backhand.
And we saw that mindset in the third game with Ji-Wei Shaw, where he just says, I'm going to go for it. I don't care what spins on the ball.
Enough of this now.
Game over.
let 6-3.
I don't know if you noticed, Sean, who was #1 in the fantasy table tennis standings for this weekend on Fantasizer.com after day 2?
I mean, if you're going to say the commish, I'm dying.
It was the commish.
That's amazing. We've had Mimi.
He's not eligible.
That's true.
For the prize.
For the prizes, but the bragging rights, I don't think we'll hear the end of.
Well, again, the goal isn't to be #1 on the charts at the end of day 2. You got to finish the end of day 3. My team dipped down yesterday. I was 6th after day 1. I'm like 34th after day 2. Trying to follow up my 3rd place finish from Hollywood, Florida. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. We generally don't announce our bronze medals, so be proud of that one.
4-10.
Well, I appreciate you sitting this week out and letting the rest of us compete for the prize, because otherwise none of us would have had a chance.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, the prize was last night's action, and I have a feeling that come second match today, Paddlers will have a packed house as well.
Kasahara and Wong again in even more convincing fashion. The Texas Smash are steamrolling right now. 6 straight games won by Texas. They look for the sweep in doubles right after this 60-second break. Matayo and Diaz have become one of the stronger doubles tandems in the league over the past couple months, but not today. Kasahara and Wong have been the superior duo through the opening 2 games. And now G-Day and Fabi just trying to salvage a point for the spinners and just trying to change the momentum of the proceedings here, because since Nikhil Kamar's fantastic start, it is all coming up Texas.
The attacks of the smash here in doubles. That ball caught the net. Finally, a point for the spinners. Kasahara doing a much better job with his own serve than we saw in singles.
1-3. 2-3.
It certainly felt like after Nikhil Kamar's first couple of games that Seattle, for the moment, was going to surge past the Bay Area Blasters into first place. Right now it's still a tie, and obviously the Blasters still have 21 points up for grabs this afternoon against Portland. Amy Wong is cooking today.
What a combination there by the smash. Kazuhara with a big forehand. And Amy Wong just blistering the return cross court for the winner. Kazuhara gave the signal for a longer serve. See if Amy goes for it. She does. They got the balls that they wanted.
Sure
They
did.
went straight offense. Amy asked for a confirmation after she saw the serve it long signal.
Wow. Multiple net balls work out for the Spinners.
That is some skill right there by Diaz. She said to herself, what's going on? As that ball hit it, might have hit off the handle, possibly off of a thumb.
Spinners back within one.
Kazuhara gave a thumbs up to his partner, saying, whoa, good shot.
Seven, 4. 5, 7.
Kazuhara leaving the door slightly ajar.
Kazuhara has missed a couple this game that has kept the door open when frankly it felt like Texas was just going to cruise to an 11-4 win, something like that.
Oh, look at that smash again
5, 8.
by Amy Wong. Known for her topspin both from the forehand and backhand side. When that ball pops up, whoa. Now that is one deep
8,
serve.
6.
Foul tip. We've seen the Spinners steal games at the end of matches that they've really been out of. And they get into this one. Oh, and Kazuhara able to get his forehand in.
6.
That was Omatayo hitting back-to-back shots, which is not allowed.
But not easy for Diaz to be up at the table and have to cover both corners. Oh, Omatayo going for the
6,
big backhand.
10.
Looks like Texas has dodged a bullet.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Omatayo responds in singles because he's up next in singles against Johan Rebete. Doubles domination for the Texas Smash here today. Doubles has not been Texas's forte throughout the season, but with Kazuhara and Wong, I think York Bitzigayo has found the right pairing. Convincing performance today, 33-19 overall. Well, it was a doubles demolition today. The Texas Smash destroying the Seattle Spinners. 3 straight games. Amy Wong and Hiromitsu Kazuhara get it done. Amy joins us now. What was working so well today for you and Hiro?
I think because we were not really pressured going in because we know they're a really strong doubles team. And me and Hiro were also pretty new compared to me and Dave. Me and Dave played them last time and we lost, so this time I think Coach York tried to change it up a bit, and so I played with Hero. And yesterday we performed quite well against the Bay Area Blasters, and I think today it worked again. Since we're like both more like speed, we're closer to the table. I think it really worked between us for us.
You know, Amy, I saw on one of the serves where Hero gave you the signal to serve it long, and you asked him a second time. Were you surprised that he wanted to go with that much speed against the strong Seattle team?
Yeah, I was really surprised because I'm serving to the guy, so either he miss it or he
Rips
kills it. Yeah, so it was like it was a risk, but I think at the end it worked out, and I'm happy he made that decision for me.
How have you and Hero developed more chemistry playing together over the course of the weekend?
I think we don't really communicate on court, but I think we're just playing our own game and hope for the best.
Just imagine how much better you'll be when you start communicating. That's what Coach wanted you to do during the timeout. We were listening in, but congrats on the win. Good job. We'll see you in the Golden Game, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a startling admission. Rebete versus Omatayo here in this third singles match. I've been looking forward to this one, Sean. Rebete was so strong on Friday in a 3-0 sweep. Omatayo has mixed and matched his weapons well, and I think my perspective is that Omatayo's got just, 3 to 5% more firepower than Rebete. Curious to hear your take.
Yeah, definitely on the forehand he does. Rebete has a more balanced game. Both these players have very nice serves. Good short game.
1-2.
Just wondering how Omatayo is going to do after that last double sweep, if he can get back into a strong mindset. Not easy dealing with some net balls right here out of the start. Texas has come completely, look at that. Great serve by Rebete. There's the deep serves. Remember we talked about, I actually asked him the aggressive nature of his service kind of philosophy of going for it.
You think that's one of his biggest weapons?
Yeah, he says, his response was, you don't make every one of your forehands, but you still got to take them. Great return by Rebete. Couldn't have put it in a better place. And that's just a really nice, clean opening. Quality serve, well-placed ball. Rebete has great balance when he plays. I don't see him out of position all that often. He can continue the attack once he makes the first loop.
I don't want to make any excuses for Omatayo. Would it be a reasonable excuse to say, well, he was just playing doubles, now he goes straight into singles? Is that hard to do?
Well, think about it. You're alternating shots. So you're moving slightly different, and it wouldn't surprise me if the first 5 or 6 points, he just has to get his feet underneath him, so he's able to set up 2 shots and not feel flat-footed. But I think it's a lot more Rebete than it was the last match. Nice third ball attack on the last point. Again, and he even said it, very good. Just quality serve, gets the first loop in to the perfect place so he doesn't have to worry about a counterattack. And that ball was forced. Omatayo with a deep serve and just trying to muscle it over.
Johan Rebete basically had a 500 record in singles games this season entering this weekend. He's 1 point away from going to 4-0 on the weekend. The 3-0 sweep over Daniel Tran and a strong start here against Olajide.
10-7. Things
are getting a little interesting here late.
As we get deeper into this game, Mateo getting his touch going, moving the ball around. We know he has power. That's never been in question. That time he took some spin off the opening. Rebete overcovered it.
Texas taking a timeout here. G-Day has scored the last 3 points, all with Rebete 1 point away from closing it out. Let's hear what Georg has to say. Go to the Seattle side of things.
For about a year. And he's going to be coming back in March.
What do you
He's been
feel
the
like?
pride of the men of the United States. He's beaten players in the top 10, and he's been out of the game for a year. Jorg Vincigaios, his personal coach. And after this, he'll go back to Germany to work in a basically private dungeon. It sounds a little bit shadier than it is. He'll be playing in Grenzau, training with whoever can visit.
Up to you, because you can also catch his first ball, or you can drop it short. That's when you serve. Just be ready in case you serve long. In case you serve long, he will just lift it as before. He will not add quality. Or you use a serve where you're very confident you can really surprise him because you didn't sold him the serve yet. But still, it's more about the next ball instead just the serve. Okay?
Let's go, hey!
This would be a huge comeback for Olajide Matayo. Rebete has been 1 point away for a while. One more serve for Matayo here before it goes back to Rebete, potentially at 10-all. Rebete with a convincing finisher. The forehand into the corner and an 11-9 win. Sometimes the timeout helps to reset the emotions. And that looked like the Johan Rebete we saw through the first 15-16 points. Texas has guaranteed itself a lead heading into the Golden Game. Olajide Matayo has found himself in the wrong end of 4 consecutive games between doubles and singles. We'll see if he can change the momentum. Game 2 of this third singles match. And he does score the first point.
Rebete with a very quick off-the-bounce serve return, but having issues on the last bounce.
Lag 0-2.
Sean, have your table tennis journeys ever taken you to Nigeria?
No, but Nigeria, obviously a very strong country in Africa along with Egypt. We've had a number of very strong Nigerians play in the United States and have relocated. One of the greatest ones, Atanda Musa, came from Nigeria, as well as John Onafade. A lot of players immigrated over and really add to level.
What's the third strongest country in Africa? South Africa?
Possibly. Maybe Morocco. I think the paddlers have a player who has a Morocco connection, although he might play in Europe just like Momatayo does in France.
So currently lives in Switzerland, but originally from Morocco.
But really the top two teams in Africa, Nigeria and Egypt, go head to head for the All-African Championship.
Matayo's been a strong player, originally from Lagos.
Rich tradition in national team players. And look at the serve and execution of Rebete. Just putting on a little bit of a clinic here.
He's playing with great confidence right now.
Again, no hesitation. Knows what he wants to do. And you can see Momatayo is going to say, I'll do you one better. So when he gets angry, that's when the forehands just automatically occur.
Maybe the longest rally of the match between these two players. There have not been a ton of those extended back and forths.
It's really been with his server on both sides. Gets such a big advantage off the serve. And look at that serve. Momatayo tries to lift it up, but it's heavy underspin. Very difficult to drive that ball. And you got to clear the net on the upswing. And that time another kicking serve, and Rebete just constant pressure off of his own serve.
It might have happened at some point, Sean. I got to go through the record books. You know, the Portland Carolina match at the interdivisional weekend was such a blowout. This happened. But beyond that, like, we have not seen the same team sweep 3 consecutive matches 3-0. And Rebete still has work to do here, but he's 2 points away from going up 2-0. And Naresh sweep Lapchick, and Texas sweep Seattle in the doubles. After such a promising start, Nikhil Kumar was really cooking those first couple of games.
And it's all about the game points. So if you do go into the golden game almost maxed out, then you can add 6 to it. That's where you see the change on. Look at that, Momatayo with the racket toss.
Service error to finish game 2. Rebete, another strong performance. He's 5-0 in singles this weekend for the smash. And that just increases Texas's chances. They might be the team that rises into first place before the day is done. Texas now has won the last 9 games, starting with Kasahara's final point in the opening singles match. Naresh sweeping Lapchick, Kasahara and Wong sweeping the doubles, and now Rebete up 2-love in games. Fantastic start to game 3. More of the same.
And Omatayo just having a ton of frustration after that first point, getting the ball out of the court by smacking it
1-2
over in the ball boy area. And Rebete, just great touch.
3-1.
Some soft backhands. Then he finished up with a backhand down the line. Everything going Texas's way.
3-2.
You know what I was talking about when I was driving over here this morning, Sean? There have been 62 team matches so far in MLTT history before today. Never before has the team won the golden game and not also won the match. Which is to say that a team has never trailed going into the golden game by 7 or more and won the golden game, erasing the 5-point deficit. We've only seen the 5-point deficit at the start of the golden game overcome twice, and both of those were in situations when the tally was 10-5. So the 6-point golden game was enough to give that trailing team the win. But we almost saw it on Friday night in that Bay Area comeback against Seattle. And you wonder if the Spinners could change the tide today. It certainly feels like they're going to be trailing by a considerable margin with what Rebete continues to do on the table. And look, Adi Serene could sweep David Macbeth, but I think Macbeth's a small favorite going into that match for sure.
They've played before, so.
And Macbeth beat him 3-0 back in October.
So that's such a very good point, Evan. I spoke with Coach Christian Lillaros, and he said one of the challenges is when you're trailing, the order of the picks really puts the losing or the team that comes in on the bottom in a defensive position, because you have to put your players out and they can just keep the same order, or if they want to make any adjustments, it's all up to them. So it's almost a second value of winning big in the 15 points is that you get to control seeing who the opponent chooses first. Omatai needs to right this ship, get some positive energy going. Right now it's not looking too good. No positive energy over there, and Rebete just having his way with the first 2 shots of every point. Great serving. Now you just see Rebete shaking his head, almost like not wanting to be out there. Still, even on the points won, Omatai is shaking his head. Just hasn't been a nice Sunday for him here in Portland.
That was a fun point.
9-7.
Full court coverage by Omateo. Just talking to himself.
And with that said, 62 straight times the team that's won the golden game has won the match. But at some point that streak is going to end. It very well could be today. Who knows? I think the more difficult dynamic, even more so than the order, is just the demeanor that your team has after getting pummeled 11-4, 12-3, 13-2, or 14-1. You're just not feeling good about your game as you head to the table. It's hard to hit the mental reset button and go compete in the golden game against a team that's been on fire.
Could not agree more. It's very mentally challenging for somebody to say, try to win when you're getting blown out.
And you're starting from 5 points down.
You'd have to have at least 1, if not 2, golden sweeps in order to make up that difference.
That was a really masterful showcase from Yohan Rebete. The Swiss standout sweeps Omatayo 11-9, 11-6, 11-8, a 10-2 lead for the Texas Smash. Well, there have been some days when David Macbeth has had to really kind of bail Texas out. Today he's just trying to keep the momentum going because Yohan Rebete has taken the baton and dominated. 3 straight wins for you over Elijah De Omatayo. Yohan, congratulations. What was really working for you, not just today, but on Friday as well? This has been your strongest performance we've seen this season.
Yeah, no, I think I felt well. I worked extremely hard, like in January, beginning, like we discussed with Jörg, a couple of things to improve, especially on the backhand side. So I feel like more stable, more confident, which also like helps me release the pressure on my serve. So I really served great here. You didn't see any. So.
You know, Yohan, it seemed in the first game when you took the timeout, you came back, there's such a good relationship. Maybe it's a respect when you're getting advice. They're very open, giving advice, but at the same time, he's always saying, do what you want to do, what feels good. Why don't you talk about that relationship?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is it's a great relationship. He trusts me, I trust him, the whole team trusts each other. I think this is the most important here, because we, as individual, I don't think we're better than the opponents, but as a team, we can be. So this is really what we've been trying to build over the season.
And we've seen Olajide play some really great table tennis throughout the season. What did you do to kind of mitigate his strengths over the course of that match?
Yeah, I served like really heavy spin. So he felt really uncomfortable, even if the receive was on the table, like it was a slow one, so I had time to like prepare a tactic. So that was very important. I kept the spin, the pressure on it, and not really the length or the placement.
Before we let you go, will you try to stay warm before the Golden Game, or will you try to, cool off and then reset? What's the game plan?
Same answer as last time. I'm not changing my rituals.
Sounds good. Yohan, congratulations. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you.
Sticking with what works. And now Macbeth wants you to watch this match.
We will see Audi on his bike. He's starting right now. The laps are beginning. Go ahead.
What's the key here for Audi? Clearly struggled against Macbeth when they met back in October. How can he change that today?
I think it's just a very tough style matchup. Audi plays with a lot of controlled topspin, often quick off the bounce, and that's exactly Macbeth's strength. It's letting the opponent make the first attack, and you see there, Macbeth's first ball is a lot heavier, a lot spinnier than most others. Audi needs to figure out a way of getting more balls into the middle of the table. Don't play the wings.
2-1.
Serene did go 3-0 against Lachine on Friday.
Played masterfully there. Just a great performance.
When Audi played Macbeth in October, Audi was coming off an 0-3 performance. He went 0-3 the previous day. Now he's coming off a 3-0 performance. He was inactive yesterday, but the mindset, I think, has to be pretty considerably different today. Serene was struggling in that October weekend until he won the ultimate golden point to finish it off.
Take the full lap. And I think, Evan, the other thing is, if you look at both these players, Difference in age, obviously, but really in size. And when they both get back and camp out about 8 feet from the table, Macbeth just has such an advantage of how much more he can put behind the ball. Audie's going to be returning the ball while Macbeth is finishing it. I just think this is a style matchup favoring Texas.
Well, the Smash already have the 5-point lead at the start of the Golden Game. And with the way the rules are currently constituted, that's the largest lead you can have at the start of the Golden Game.
Oh, Macbeth almost threads the needle with that backhand.
It's closer than I thought it was going to be off the paddle.
The amount of spin that Macbeth employs from the backcourt, can never count him out. Again, the height, big advantage on the short game. Can stay further away, drop it short. Both players like to jam it out deep to catch the opponent off balance. There's a nice deep serve there. Oh, Macbeth has a swing. That's going to send Audie into a circle.
Audie, one of the youngest players in the league. He hasn't turned 16 yet. Macbeth will turn 31 in March, right around the time he becomes a father. Actually, he'll turn 32 in March. He's already 31. He and his partner are expecting their first child in 6-7 weeks.
4-8.
A very exciting time.
We also mentioned in one of our post-match interviews with David that he's also added a new role working with the Team GB para team. Often a great way of concluding a wonderful career is to do some coaching at the national level, both for the Olympic and Paralympic players.
8-6.
8-6 lead here for Macbeth. He's got 2 serves to try to really break this open.
Great first loop by Audie.
Yeah, opportunity lost though.
But credit Macbeth by able to just keep it on the table. Sometimes those spins make the ball jump when you don't have a clean hit. And you just see the backhand power of Macbeth from the backcourt. Both players just unleashing the forehand loops.
Yeah, if Macbeth is going to hit like that from that deep, I'm not sure what Serene can do. (11-6) in game 1 and an 11-2 win. At this exact moment, the Smash are just 1 point shy of both the Blasters and the Spinners. Atop the West Division standing, Texas has first place in its sight.
talk to your surrounding table tennis fans to find out where you can play locally to get active and be in the know. So,
the Seattle Spinners had a promising start to this day as Nikhil Kumar won the opening 2 games over Hiromitsu Kasahara. Since then, the Smash are 11 for 11. They will win this match. They have built an insurmountable lead. However, winning the match is not as important as how many points they get in the standings, because it is not the win-loss record. It is the total point total that will decide who goes to the playoffs. And right now, there's just 1 point separating first place and third place, which is astonishing at this stage of the season.
You can definitely say that Texas has the momentum, not only in this match, but this weekend. They've just been playing perfectly.
3-1.
Beth with a good start here in game 2. See if he can pad that lead.
It was, you know, a very slow start to the season for the Smash.
Very slow.
They went 0-3 at their hometown weekend in Katy, Texas, so they were 2-4 coming out of that. They fell to 2-5 at the start of Pleasanton, but they did win on that Saturday and Sunday over Portland in the Bay Area. How about that shot? My goodness! Macbeth just keeps it alive with a prayer, but Adi Serene still takes a double lap after winning this point.
That got a big smile out of Macbeth. Look at this chop from the side of the table. Brought it in, and Serene just stayed with the point. Macbeth wondering, where did that ball go? And that point could be a big swing for Serene.
Adi Serene 0-4 in games against David Macbeth this season, but a 5-3 lead here. And this, you know, the Jail's not going to finish this match with more points than Texas, but the Spinners could still finish the weekend in first place.
4-5.
Even with a loss today overall. Of course, they got to win the Golden game to do that.
Very strong
5-5.
third ball attack by Macbeth. Good serve by Serene, very close to the end line. Able to take that first attack off the bounce.
6-6.
Not a surprise that Serene is overplaying some of the balls. He knows he needs to put pressure on Macbeth, especially when Macbeth is close to the table.
Macbeth back in front, 7-6.
Although some of those balls clipped the net, Macbeth really had the upper hand, placing the ball to the middle and getting his backhand topspin in. Went for the deep serve.
7-7.
You like the choice of the deep serve there, Sean?
7.
It definitely puts you into the fire quickly. You've got to be ready to do something with that ball. Otherwise, the server
Timeout. Smash.
Can just keep constant pressure.
Timeout Texas with Serene leading by 1. And literally first place is on the line.
No timeout.
No timeout. They did not have a timeout left. Technical foul.
If the other team gets to shoot a 1-and-1,
you get 2 shots. Well, you can't not mention Chris Webber when that happens. It's a broadcasting faux pas to not mention Chris Webber in that situation. So the broadcasting convention would have reprimanded me if I didn't give Chris his due. Oh my goodness.
9-8.
It looked like a winner off Serene's paddle, and Macbeth turned it around into a winner. That's big time.
So great to be 6'4".
I wouldn't know. But Serene, despite his smaller stature,
got it a little wider as he caught the back corner edge.
Got to imagine, I mean, just the mental toll when you keep losing close games. I mean, how big this would be for Serene going into the Golden Game. I mean, we don't know what his matchup in the Golden Game is going to be. Game points for Adi.
And just a great fight here at the end of game 2. Here comes the lap.
Serene serving. (11-9) for Serene, and the Seattle drought ends in this game here in the 4th singles match. And for the exact moment that is right now, Seattle is in first place in the West Division. They got a 1-point lead on the Blasters, who have a 1-point lead on the Smash. Things are very tight here in Portland.
We're on commercial break right now. Around the world, sponsors enjoying this moment, and it is game time.
Game 3.
So a rubber game between Macbeth and Serene. It'll either be 11-4 or 12-3 heading into the Golden Game. Let's see.
1-0.
Nice job by Adi keeping the ball short. Macbeth going for the first attack that catches the net. Rebounds back.
0-2.
The team that has had the lead has had Great success in the Golden game, winning better than 75% of the time. Teams that start with a 5-point lead have won better than 90% of the time. And teams that have won at least 11 points over the course of regulation have won 100% of the time. But that doesn't mean that will last forever. So there's still some great suspense here, particularly with the fact that this Golden game is going to decide who's ahead in the standings between Seattle and Texas heading into February.
That's getting a hold of a ball. Wow. David Macbeth.
I enjoy the shots that just leave you giggling.
That ball went out to Southwest Portland. Over the bridges. But Serene playing very smart, just getting the first attack on, trying to neutralize Macbeth's big power. Two big serves here for Texas. Serene going for the deep push, challenging Macbeth's offense. Macbeth up for the challenge.
Serene looked back at his team and said, I don't know what to do.
The short game is going to favor Macbeth just due to his height.
Length, reach, wingspan.
Finesse.
I don't know how much finesse is involved in that length.
Well, when he's dropping it, it takes so much off the ball.
They switch sides with Macbeth having scored 3 straight points. A reminder of the upcoming schedule. We'll be in Winter Haven, Florida 2 weeks from now, and then 2 weeks after that up in the Seattle area. Then to Lawrenceville, New Jersey in mid-March. And we're going to Kansas. Carry on, my wayward son.
4-6.
Again, Macbeth trailing by 2 with the serve, so he cannot afford to split these. Oh, and that's a...
Whoa.
Whoa.
5-6.
Serene into the barrier right near our camera. This is how to take a charge.
This is getting the ball out of the court the hard way. Another big point for Macbeth with the serve. And again, able to deliver.
6.
Serene with a great over-the-table backhand attack. But Macbeth ready and poised to counterattack.
That was a fun point.
7,
Quirky.
6.
And Serene victorious to go up 7-6.
Not so sure if Macbeth would say it was a fun point, as he got drilled in the middle a couple times, got one of them back, and then Serene found the hole once again.
Fun for the spectators. Catching an edge
7.
to tie it up 7-all. Who are you picking right now here to win this third game?
If things go according to plan, Macbeth, but Serene, he plays these end points so well, willing to go for big shots. Great drop shot off the serve. He's been digging it deep most of the time. That time he went soft in a good way.
That's a huge cross-court winner.
And Serene's ball just did not either have a lot of shortness to it or a jam out, leaving Macbeth the ability to just take it cross court. And we are tied up once again here in game 3.
Nine, 8.
Serene gets the first attack to land. He is doing his pre-serve lap, ready for action.
Nine all here in this final singles match before the Golden Game.
Again, Macbeth, great over the table forehand flip.
Two serves for Macbeth. Opportunity to close it out. Serene would serve at 10 all if we get there. There was just some slight tentativity from Macbeth on those forehands.
Exactly, it looked
Serene
like
took advantage.
He was directing the ball versus driving it. The off the bounce play by Serene gives him 2 match points. Somebody wants to keep that short low, that serve short and low.
Might he change it up here after the let?
Probably not.
Kaboom! 10 all.
Knockout.
Golden point.
In the final game. This is what we've come to expect.
Both these players want this one desperately, regardless of what else has happened today. It is all about right now. Serene serving. Serene prevails, and Seattle will head into the Golden Game with a little momentum, Sean. What a weird day. The Spinners win the first 2 games and the last 2 games, with Texas taking 11 straight in between. And it's been a weird day. Will we see something we've never seen before in the Golden Game? Gotta stay tuned to find out.
Okay, just to let you know, for everyone else in the room, you're welcome to join, but there is something that is unbelievable. In the table tennis world, if you ask someone what's your rating, they will tell you what they think their rating should be. I'm 2300 level, but I asked, what was your rating? And then you look it up and they're like 1960. And if anyone ever gets above a certain level, they'll just quit because they want to be remembered as the highest rating ever.
Texas with an 11-4 lead heading into the Golden Game. Sean, take us through the day.
Yeah, so we started out with Nikhil Kumar starting strong, taking those 2 first points. And then from that point on, it was all Texas with Nandan Naresh doing a great job. Then the doubles, a clean sweep by Texas. Amy Wong playing with Kazuhara. Singles number 3, Johan Rebete, just a serving master class against Omatayo. And then what we just saw, David Macbeth coming up 1 point short at the hands of Adi Serene for the Spinners. Great matches.
Your kid, Kyle, I told you about before. These 2 coaches high-five and acting like friends now, but they are going to be fierce at each other's throats momentarily as they play their 5 players like a hand in poker. The losing team right now, Seattle Spinners, will have the first choice. They'll pick number 1, and then Texas Smash will go 1 in response, knowing who the opponent will be, and then pick 2. And then Seattle Spinners will pick 2 and 3, and so on, to give as little advantage to any one team. So keep your eyes on the screen here and watch the coaches as they try to think through their strategy of who they want to pit against which opponent. It's always exciting for me. Here's the commissioner, Flint Lake.
It's time to determine the order for the Golden Game with the Commish Flint Lane.
Smash is leading 11-4. You'll be starting with a 5-point edge. Seattle, since you're behind, you'll get the first pick. Who's your first player?
Adi Sareen.
Adi Sareen is your number 1.
We go with Nandan Naresh.
Nandan Naresh, your number 1, and your number 2, coach.
Kasahara.
Hiromitsu Kasahara is your 2.
Nikhil.
Nikhil Kumar is your 2, and your 3.
Andrei Lapchik.
Andrei Lapchek is your 3.
Rebete.
Johan Rebete is your 3, and your 4.
Macbeth.
David Macbeth is your 4.
Olajide.
Olajide Omatayo is your 4, making Fabiola Diaz your 5, making Amy Wong your 5. Reminder, 6 points are on the line. The difference between 17-4 or 11-10. Good luck, coaches.
And in this specific moment, it's the difference between first place or not finishing first place in the West Division this weekend, obviously depending on what the Bay Area Blasters do against the Portland Paddlers coming up next. So let me repeat, Sean. The team that is leading heading into the Golden Game has won better than 75% of the time. The team with a 5-0 lead to start the Golden Game has won better than 90% of the time. And in 62 previous Golden Games, the team that has won the Golden Game has won the match. Seattle could be the first team ever to get a Golden Game win when trailing this by this wide a margin. Let's see if Seattle can make a little MLTT history with Adi Sareen trying to continue the momentum he had against David Macbeth. Sareen and Naresh will play 3 points to start. And Sareen keeps it rolling, gets the spinners on the board.
Sareen doing a very nice job of just playing safe, but keeping the ball very low. Nandan forcing that backhand, well done. Gets the ball out to the forehand side, Sareen unable to track it down. And look at that backhand attack by Adi Sareen. Now the vocal leader of the spinners.
Kumar against Kasahara. Reminder of where the overall standings are right now, Sean. Seattle, for the moment, in first place with 155 points. They're 2 points ahead of the Blasters, who are at 153. The Smash are 4 points out of first with 151.
And you would not know by Kumar's exultation after that last point. They're trailing 11-4 points in this match. 2 points away from evening up this score.
Ale, ale, vamos, let's go. Trilingual Kumar.
7-4.
Nikhil does not want to play with another point with that ball. He didn't like the bounce. Big point right here.
Lucky break for Kumar, but he and the spinners will take it. 2 point game as Rebete and Lapchik return to the table.
2 great servers. Lapchik needs to get his offense going. And he gets the job done.
Yeah, you think about it, Rebete coming off a 3-0 sweep. Lapchik got swept, so of course, Andre comes out firing, and the spinners are within 1.
Left. 6-7.
Too good from Rebete on the return.
That serve had a lot of spin, but it didn't have much placement. Rebete able just to step around his backhand. His loop's gonna have a lot more spin than Lapchik can put on his serve.
2 in a row for Johan. He's had his best weekend of his MLTT career. 21-year-old from Geneva, Switzerland, looking to take 3 out of 4 from Lapchik and extend the lead back to 4, and he will. 10-6 as Macbeth and Omatayo take the table.
Would not be surprised if we saw some power out of these two.
Omatayo serves first. Power.
7-10.
That's the best shot we've seen from Omatayo in about 6 games. Not do well in the doubles. Should have made that ball.
11-7.
And Macbeth just getting that first attack in, moving the ball around, this time out to the forehand.
Omatayo able to earn the split as he and Macbeth each win 2 points of that foursome. And now the ladies' turn. It's Amy Wong for Texas, Fabiola Diaz for Seattle. Sean, I don't know if Fabiola would want to hear this, but with a 5-0 lead at the start, if it does reach the ultimate golden point, it would be these 2 women that would decide it.
I believe they did play in a golden game, golden point, where Fabiola did win that final deep serve against Amy.
That's right, that was in November. Pleasanton.
14-9.
Amy Wong trying to ensure that Texas doesn't need an ultimate golden point to close this thing out. Strong sequence for Amy Wong. She wins 3 of the 4 points to extend the lead to 6. Back to the top of the order. Naresh versus Serene.
So aggressive. That's what you'd expect when the youngsters are playing. And Serene going back to the deep serve. If he's able to take 2 on Nandan's serve, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout called.
Timeout, Texas.
That you are there, okay? So, when he receives from forehand side, he likes to play short. From backhand side, he likes to attack. Yeah. Because he doesn't want you to start. Yeah. So you have to think about what you want to do. You can use whatever serve you want. It's your decision. But be aware when you serve half long or spin as a top spin or long to backhand. This is where he's really good. Yeah, and then he will flick. He might flick to your elbow. If you serve short to the, forehand, okay, you need to be ready that he will drop short and wants also to start. But I want you to show positiveness. Okay, you can beat him 2 points down. Hi.
Come on, come on. Got this one. Come on.
2 serves here for Nandan Naresh.
15-11.
Will he create some padding, or will we get a tighter golden game?
3 in a row for Adi Serene, who has been the savior today for Seattle in more ways than one. Serene earns himself a golden sweep. And with Nikhil Kumar coming to the table, the spinners trail by just 2.
Nikhil employing a little Adi Serene looping runaround, handing the baton off to an even more vocal spinner with the serve.
Kasahara puts the smash up by 3. 3 more points for these two to play. Their final 3 points of the weekend. Texas has had a weekend to remember. They've already clinched a 3-0 record, but they could finish the weekend in first place if they can finish off this golden game here.
Nikhil really talking to himself right now, asking himself, why is he going more control when the offense has been working so well? And that's the forehand.
Seattle needed it. Kumar delivered. He's trying to get it to Lapchik and Rebete at just a 2-point margin.
Oh, what a drop shot.
Return from Kumar.
He loaded that chop up.
What a time to pull it out.
Not only was it spinny, but it was short. Kasahara stepped around after the serve. And this is going to be interesting.
So Kumar and Kasahara split their 4. Now it's Rebete versus Lapchik.
Good control on the serve return.
Throwing out an MVP award for the weekend, Johan Rebete will have a pretty good case for what he has done for his team. Right on cue, the commentator's curse. Apologies to Johan. Lapchik brings the spinners within 2.
Well,
19 to 16.
We know that Omataya will be coming up for the spinners against Macbeth.
Omataya had a golden sleep 2 days ago, but against a different opponent. Rebete with 3 straight over Lapchik to bring the smash to the brink of first place in the West Division.
A golden sweep will be necessary to set up the golden point.
Texas doesn't want to mess around here.
17-20.
Matayo's got 1. Can he get 3 more? It's over. A service error from Omatayo, and he's awarded a yellow card, but who cares? Texas victorious, 21-17 in the golden game. And the smash are the story of the weekend out west. Texas, for the moment, into first place. Think about the significance of the 5-0 lead and the head start. You know, Seattle scored more points in the golden game, but just too big of a hole to dig out of. The smash have been a smashing success here in Portland. Sure.
You can do that. Just follow the schedule online at MLTT.com. We'll see you right back here in just less than 40 minutes.
Welcome back to the Expo Center here in Portland, Oregon, where the Texas Smash have completed a perfect weekend. We're joined by the Smash coach, Jorg Vitzigayo. For the first time in team history, you go undefeated on a particular weekend. What was the key to your team's success today and all weekend long, Jorg?
I think the key was, first of all, that the team and the team members really believed. So we had a good preparation after not seeing each other for a couple of weeks after the crossover weekend. We prepared well together, we grouped up again, and we also played pretty good. So, I mean, they all played good, you know, and this is what it takes in this format. If you have just 1 or 2 or 3 guys performing, that's not enough. We had 6 members performing, and yeah, we had a pretty good weekend.
So clearly momentum you used to your advantage in the middle part of this, with Nikhil taking the first 2, Audie taking the end 2 in the singles. But I was really more concerned or questioned, what do you think was the issue with Kazuhara and the serves, and how were you able to correct that when he played so well in the doubles?
To be honest, I think Hiro is really exhausted. You know, you spoke about it the other day. He just flew in Friday night from Japan. You know, it's tough on the body, and I think he lost a little bit of concentration. And also, you know, playing Nikhil is a lot of pressure. He knew how good Nikhil is. He knows he's dangerous. He wanted to contribute to the team, and I mean, it can happen. The mix is a totally different game. Also, the tactics are different, so that's why I think it was not an issue at all for the mix. But yeah, can happen. He's an athlete. That's it.
What about Johan this weekend? He goes 6-0 in singles. He does damage in the Golden Game.
Yeah.
Just a tremendous all-around performance.
Yeah, I even can't believe that he played 6-0. And you know, I was so nervous now in the Golden Game because I made such a big mistake in the lineup, because I understood the Seattle coach wrongly when she put out Lapchik. She said, "There's Andre." I understood Amatayo. That's why I put Rebete on him. And then when I realized later on that I got it wrong, I was pretty nervous, because then I would have messed the whole thing up. So luckily the team saved me and my ass today. Yeah, it's great weekend. What can I say? You know, but there will be more.
There will be more, but for the moment you are in first place. Depending on how the Blasters do, you may have four weeks to sit in first place before the event in Washington State.
Doesn't change a thing.
Well,
doesn't change a thing. First place, last place. This whole division is a jungle. Everybody's in the jungle.
I promise you this: if you keep winning, we'll see you at championship weekend.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to think about this. We will see each other in Seattle. That's the next step.
Sounds good.
Yes, thanks, guys.
Jorg, congratulations. Well
see
done.
You next time.
17-4 is the final score. We're going to throw the headset on Johan Rebete one more time just to get his final thoughts on his finest weekend of MLTT. He had been a guy that had been a consistent winner, but you know, right around the 500 mark, you know, very competitive. And Johan, this weekend was different for you. We talked earlier about the practice that you did. How satisfying is it to see that practice turn into performance?
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. I hope it's only the beginning of something. But that's why we keep on working hard. And I know, like, okay, maybe the momentum is for me now, but I need to, you know, stick to the plan and still working hard.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in both of your Golden Game opportunities today, Andre scored the first point against you, and then you finished strong. When you only have 4 points, do you second guess yourself after that 1 point, knowing that each point is so valuable?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, in the beginning of the season, as it was something new for all of us, it was very stressful, and we need to learn to take point by point, and I think that's what I did today. Like, I was really in my bubble and just like I was trusting myself. So.
And now that this weekend is over for you, what's next? What's the preparation for the following competition up in Seattle?
Yeah, so I still play in 2 other different leagues, so I have matches in Switzerland and France, so I'm just playing table tennis, right?
Keep traveling, keep enjoying life, and congratulations on the strong performance for both you and your team.
All the credit to the team. Actually, special mention to Hiro, that he took a flight from all Japan championships, and he was 1 point away not to come, so amazing.
Great stuff. Tremendous weekend. We'll look forward to seeing you in Seattle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's take a quick look at the updated standings, Sean, and for the first time all season, the Texas Smash find themselves atop the table.
Amazing. Just a superb performance by all members of the team. providing points, singles and doubles, plus the golden games.
So the reality is the Blasters need 6 points to finish the weekend in first place. But, you know, there's also a scenario where Portland has a really big day, and let's say Portland could win, you know, 16-5, and then you could have the 4 teams all separated by, say, 12 points if that were the outcome. So everybody is alive in this West Division right now. And look, the interdivisional success that the East had is not going to matter. Everybody's going to be 0-0 when we start in April at the championship. So this West Division will maintain its belief. They're going to get stronger availability at championship weekend, you got to imagine. So it's anybody's guess as to who comes out of this division. But Texas was the team of the weekend. They go 3-0 behind Ribate, Kasahara, Macbeth, Naresh, and Wong. Carol Sal wasn't bad either in his opportunities to take the table. Got his first singles match win of the season. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning into the afternoon. We still got one more team battle ahead. The Bay Area Blasters and the Portland Paddlers. They'll get rolling in about 32 minutes. For Sean O'Neill and our entire crew, I'm Evan Lepler saying so long for now. The table tennis stars from the Lone Star State are #1 in the West.